Hello. Who I am is not important. The circumstances that we're under at this point are extremely important. And the question that we have to ask, the question that must be asked is, who are you in this time? What do you represent in this time? Why are where we at this time? And why are you here at this moment in time? We're going through a whole lot in this country. Coronavirus. Man being shown on TV, having his life snuffed out. And we're all searching for answers. In a sense, we're all trying to master the moment. This is impossible without knowing the reason and who we are in this moment. Since the catalyst are a lot of my white brothers and sisters, I'm going to start there. The life of privilege, the life of not knowing what it means to go through true suffering, is not totally indicative of all white people, because there are white people who have suffered, and there are white people who have gone through hardship. So the white people I refer to are the white people in power. And we tend to forget, we tend to lose sight of the fact that when another holds power, that means someone else is giving up power. So when you try to blame those who are in power for the things that are going on in your world, in our world, you lose sight of the duty that you have not done as the person who doesn't have power. Yes, it's sad to say, but we must look in the mirror of truth, not the mirror of what we want to see, but the mirror of truth, that throughout history, no person, no people are conquered unless they allow themselves to be conquered. A lot of us like to sit and blame Donald Trump for the ills of this country. I tell you, that is a lie. Donald Trump is just a puppet on a string. He speaks for those who are afraid to speak what he says. And so we focus our anger there, when that's not where we need to be focusing on our anger. We lose sight of the fact that just because he's in a White House, we lose sight of the fact that that White House was built by who? You. The fact that your tax dollars pay for his salary, back to you. The fact that he's able even to say anything to us on the airways is because of you. So what are you going to do about Donald Trump? I tell you what you do. You read a book called Escape from Freedom, a little known book. Those who are read would know this book. It's by Erich Fromm. And it indicates that in the time of Hitler, it wasn't Hitler who was to blame. It was the people. Now, let us go to my black brothers and sisters. We all like to think that we're victims. Oh, the white man did this. The white man did that. Oh my God, I'm an underclass, I'm a second-class citizen. A coach once said, there's two ways of thinking about playing football. You are either a winner or you are a loser. Which one are you? Every time there is black on black crime, you need to blame yourself. Every time you go into a black person's house and it's filthy dirty, that is indicative of your mindset. So who else do you blame again? You. Any time that a mother abandons her children or a father leads out on his sons, we as a people have failed. And once again, the answer to your ills are you. No, you don't want to hear it. No, it's easier to blame the black man. Yes, it's easier to blame that police officer for stepping on a black man's neck and killing him. But let me ask you a question. The people who were filming that, did you risk your life to save another? Or did you watch an object hands-offness and let Floyd die on camera? What were you doing when he died? Oh, you were filming him on your phone. Wow, that was brilliant of you. And now we're all sitting around in our homes and on the streets protesting. We're protesting the system. We're protesting how people are treating us, what they say behind our backs. Well, once again, if you give up power, if you allow your lives to be without control, if you're not taking care of your children at home, if you're not getting an education, if you're not reading, if you're not learning the law, guess what? This is what happens. We die. We are at the whim of another. Now, let us reason together, as the great Buddha said. Let us reason the truth together. Moving forward, if there's a systemic problem in our society that fears people like me and fears men like you, then we have to show our families first how to live, how to bring our communities together, how to keep drugs out of our neighborhood, how to disallow anyone who disrespects our neighborhood. If a police officer comes in our neighborhood to arrest someone, he better be accompanied by somebody from that community, so that these things don't happen, we have to stand up and be a community of ourselves first before we can blame anybody else. Because when you have that community, you have power. You have regained that power. I dare anyone, any police officer, go into an Italian neighborhood and put your knee on one of their sons and see what happens. Yeah. Do you get the picture? Do you understand the point I'm making? The reason why they've responded now is because there's violence in the streets. Finally, somebody is listening. But after the smoke clears, after the battle is over, how do we rebuild? How do we live our lives moving forward? We can't ask the white man to do that for us. We can't ask the white man to bring businesses into our own neighborhood. We can't ask black folks to buy off of us. We can't ask the white man to have black folks buy products off of us. We can't do any of those things. We can't ask the white man to keep the gangs out of our neighborhood or stop the gang violence, killing our sons. We can't ask the white man for that. We've got to do those things for ourselves. Let there be no reason. Let there be no cause for us to ask for justice. We shouldn't have to ask for that. The white man didn't ask for justice, he took it. We as a community have to take it, but we have to start in our communities first. And until we do that, until we learn that we can't kill each other, that we have to establish almost a self-governing community within the community of the United States, so that we have voting power, so that we have spending power. Until we do these things amongst ourselves at a grassroots level, guess what? Maybe I'm going to be George Floyd next. Thank you, and maybe I'll talk to you again later.